Choosing which character to pick as a new player can seem daunting in a game like Guilty Gear Strive where each character is unique. For starters, I recommend going with either KYKISKE, SOLBADGUY, or GIOVANNA. KYKISKE is as basic and as versatile a character can get. He has excellent range slash and heavy slash attacks which are very effective in neutral in the mid-range spacing. He also has access to a fireball projectile which can be very effective at far and full screen ranges. He can also use this projectile while jumping, and on ground he has access to a multi-hitting version of this projectile, and Kai can move along this projectile and charge on the enemy. His jump heavy slash is a very good air attack. All these tools make Kai's neutral very effective, enabling him to handle a lot of situations very well. In neutral, to stop approaching opponents, you can combine his crouching slash into stun dipper special move. His stun dipper move is low profiling, meaning during the execution of it, most of enemies' attacks and projectiles will go over him. For anti-airing jumping opponents, you can use forward punch or crouching heavy slash. Now, as opposed to the all-rounder KYKISKE, SOLBADGUY is a very aggressive character who excels at mid and close range. Compared to KYKISKE, he has a high damage output in all of his attacks. His forward heavy slash is quite quick for a heavy slash and deals a damage of 60 on its own. Compared to KYKISKE, his normals and command normals don't have a good range, and he also doesn't have access to a full range projectile. His gunflame projectile is effective at mid to far range, while he can use the bandit revolver or bandit bringer to close in the distance and start his offense on an unexpected opponent. Another of Soul's forward advancing moves is Fafnir. It has a high damage output and is quite safe to perform on block. In neutral, you should be using crouching slash to stop approaching opponents, while for jump attacks you can use either jump slash or jump heavy slash. Although a bit slow, his forward slash has the highest range among all the normals and can be used for punishing the opponents in the neutral. To attack the jumping opponents, you can either use his forward punch or his standing kick, which has excellent anti-airing properties. Now, unlike Sol and Kai, GIOVANNA doesn't have any long-range weapon which she can use in her slash or heavy slash attacks. This makes her normals quite less ranged. An exception is forward heavy slash, in which she leaps forwards and attacks the enemy. If you follow up this attack with multiple heavy slashes, it turns into a very basic combo, dealing almost 100 damage. Her crouching and standing slash hits multiple times, giving you a chance to hit confirm it into a special move for extra damage. And sadly speaking, she doesn't have any access to a real projectile, which is quite unlike Kai or Sol. But she does have an anti-projectile special move. Travau covers a lot of screen space and puts you very close to the enemy so you can start your offense. For anti-airing jumping enemies, you can use forward punch or the special move Sepultura. You can launch the opponent for a combo if timed and spaced correctly. Also, given the good range and fast speed of this move, you can use it to control space at mid-range during neutral. As for jump attacks, you can use either jump heavy slash or jump punch. The lack of a good range and projectile is compensated by three facts. First, most of her moves are quite safe to perform even if the opponent is blocking. Secondly, her forward dash speed is quite fast. You can use it to close in the distance with the opponent to start your offense. Lastly, at 50% and 100% tension gauge, she gets a unique defensive and offensive buff, during which she starts to deal more damage and take less damage in return. Visually, she turns green, so you can spot this change. So in conclusion, if you want good ranged moves during the neutral and a projectile attack at full screen, you should go with KYKISKE. And if you like a high damage output with good close to mid range attacks, go for SOLBADGUY. And if you're all in for damage buffs, easy combos, excellent forward movement speed, and a relatively safe approach, GIOVANNA is the character for you. As a closing tip, learn at least one super move for your character which will consume the tension gauge and surprise the enemy when he is least expecting it. That's it for today's tip. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like and your feedback in the comment section. Till next time, it is Mini Ninja signing out.